Hello once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Happy holidays. Happy 4th day of Christmas. Yes, we are the kind of family that celebrates the 12 days of Christmas. We celebrate right on through past New Year's. The tree stays up, the lights stay on, the carols continue to play. No, we're not the type that gets tired of it or sick of it or stressed out by it. Although I will say that the lead-in to the holiday itself, we did host this year, and it's always a lot of work, but very enjoyable. We have a wonderful family, and it's great to see them and spend time with them. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday too, those who celebrate. And if you're not celebrating, but you're off this time of year, whether you're a student or an adult working in the world but have taken a break, we hope you're resting and relaxing and getting geared up for 2019. So, hope you enjoyed our little Christmas gift that we sent out a few days ago. I will say, I do want to thank Mrs. Darth Tuba, who, by the way, goes by Rogue Porg Fan on Twitter, if you want to follow her. And she kind of watched the initial video of the Gorilla Walker inflatable, and she said, "Wow, why don't we do a fun video where I kind of chase you around it?" I was like, "Yeah, great." So. Thank you to Mrs. Darth Tuba for that complete concept idea and everything else. I just kind of executed what her ideas were, and it was really kind of fun. So, and the artwork at the end was Seasons Geeking's artwork. That was actually our daughter, and you can find her on Romanian Artist. Follow Romanian Artist on Twitter. So, today it's 4th day of Christmas, and I've decided that for today we're going to do what's in your bag, or in other words, what did you get? And that's kind of something I want to do on this episode, is kind of talk about what did I receive on a Star Wars or close to Star Wars theming for Christmas, and kind of share some of that with you. Before I do that, I do want to say, if you have any comments you'd like to leave about some unique, interesting items that you received of a Star Wars nature, that you would like to share on YouTube, by all means, either email me, darthtuba77@gmail.com, or simply just leave it in the comments, okay? Also, I want to remind you that this is the final episode that I'm going to be able to remind you that our giveaway for new subscribers only is still taking place, okay? You are welcome to subscribe and become a member of the Darth Tuba community, and we received a pretty decent bump up in subscriptions with this, so you can imagine, I can tell you that this is going to happen again. So if you don't win this time, that's all right, but we will try some other kind of things to involve both new subscribers and older subscribers. But you have until the end of the calendar year, so on New Year's Day I will select a winner, and at the next available episode I will announce that winner. Again, new subscribers from early in December till now, and we will put you all in a pot and select one. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. And by the way, make sure, if you are subscribed, make sure that you stay subscribed. I know that YouTube can get a little weird with that stuff like that. All right, so enough about that. Let's talk about some of the items that came from it. Before we get to that too, I do want to point out that for those who don't already know this, many of you do, when I'm not doing Darth Tuba videos, I am a teacher. And as a teacher, I do receive some gifts sometimes from students. I don't ask for them, I don't expect them, and frankly, I do try to downplay them and try to ask for students not to do that, because I don't want students spending their money on me. I mean, what I do, I love what I do, I get paid for what I do. It's a wonderful job. I don't do it for gifts. But some students still feel the need to express their gratitude in the form of a gift, especially during the holiday season. So there have been a few things that came over my desk that were of a holiday nature, along with some things that were given to me by family, and I'll kind of go through them. So I want to start kind of in the small little area, and that was with these little tiny things here. These are actually the Kinder Egg characters, okay? The Kinder Egg characters. I'll get some close-ups of these so you can see them all. Okay, this is C-3PO. This is from The Force Awakens, and this is Finn. And I received a few other ones, but I couldn't find them at the time of this recording. And essentially, it's an egg that has like a hazelnut chocolate kind of treat on the inside, kind of a scooping, almost a pudding-like treat on one side of it, and the other side is a play item, a toy, and this happened to be a Star Wars themed toy. So some students dropped me off some of these, and these are the ones that came out. So thank you to those students. That was really nice. It also comes with a little launching mechanism. So I did manage to find, I think, all of them. I just couldn't find. These are the ones that were actually given to me as gifts. So I'm going to just actually, you know what? I'm going to just leave them over here. And next up, okay, this isn't a Star Wars related thing, but I did think it was kind of cute and I wanted to share it. This is what they call a shoulder Groot. So you basically place him on your shoulder, and it has like a little bit of a magnetic patch that you put underneath your shirt. So when you walk around, he'll just kind of walk around with you. So I thought that was cute. It's not Star Wars, but I don't know. I feel like Groot is like a cousin of Star Wars. So, you know, I don't collect a lot of Groot, but I did think he was kind of cute. So I will keep him in the shot too. Okay, we also have, I had a student who goes to Pitt. And one thing that's happened over the years is colleges have been able to utilize the Star Wars licensees, the Star Wars imagery to license. So this guy, Hail to Pitt, and a Star Wars pennant. And I told him, I said, this is fantastic. I'm going to hang this up in my collection, and I want other students who go to colleges that have Star Wars themed. I know I have a friend who went to Syracuse who also did something similar, and I'd like to collect pennants that are of a Star Wars themed nature. I think that's really, really cool. So thank you to that student. I can't name the students, okay, present or, you know, obviously this is a former student because I teach high school, and this one's now into college, but I don't like to mention the names of students, current or former, unless, you know, we get to a point where they're, you know, on the show with us or something, which may happen. You never know. Another student of mine gave me the Star Wars Day at a Time calendar for 2019. I love the Day at a Time calendars. These are fantastic. I think these are just, I mean, it's just a little bit of Star Wars every single day. And now, I don't know how much of it's in there, but there are, it says, facts about your favorite characters, creatures, places, and tech. The back of it, I'm only seeing stuff from the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. I'm not seeing anything else, but I can't imagine that there isn't going to be, you know, with the characters from The Last Jedi on here, I'm pretty sure you're going to be seeing a lot of factoids about all the movies. So that's really cool. One of my students gave me this cute Yoda ornament, which I believe is like a Disney-esque kind of like plastic, so you can throw it and it won't break. And they have these a lot in like Walmart and Target and places like that. So this will go on the Star Wars tree. I will keep the tree up a couple more days. You might see it for 1 or 2 more episodes before I take it down. Okay, leave him here. We also have, okay, now this was a student who, he wanted me to unbox. He asked if I could do an unboxing like of his gift, and I told him I would try, but I just wasn't able to do it. And when I opened the gift, I realized, oops, you know, I opened it up and I'm like, oh god. So I guess I could have faked it, but I decided instead that I would give him credit. Again, I can't say the student's name, but I can say that he knows who he is and I know who he is, and I'm very proud to be the owner of the now periodic table of Star Wars elements. Seems like there's a periodic table of everything these days. And this shirt is it's kind of hard to make out, but you see it has like right here LS Luke Skywalker, OW, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you kind of go through it, and it has it in. It actually works out. It's got like colors for rebels, for Jedi, for creatures, colors for droids, for planets. It's so cool. So very clever, and I've seen a lot of periodic table of everything the last couple of years, so it's kind of cool that this came out. So thank you to that student, and I will wear it proudly. I will wear it on the episodes of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. So that'll be really fun. So very good on that. I actually had a teacher that took part in a Secret Santa and gave me a bunch of little gifts, and one of them was a set of Star Wars Bic pens, which I didn't even know existed. That's so cool. I was so excited about that. So Star Wars Bic pens, there we go. All right. I had okay. This one is partially unboxing here, okay? We have this. We have the 12 Days of Socks Star Wars edition. I was extremely excited about this. I'm not exactly sure if these, it says sizes 6 to 12. That's a wide variety of shoe size, but we will see how they work. Some of these socks fit me very well. Some of them don't. I mean, I don't know about these particular ones, but I mean, when I buy Star Wars themed socks, whoever has made them in the past, sometimes they fit, sometimes not so much. So I don't know if I'm supposed to open this up a certain way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut this. I don't know if there's like a way to do this. I noticed that they had these things for Disney. They had them for all sorts of things. So I am going to, it looks like I'm going to try to open up these. I'm going to forgo the 12 days and actually open them all up for you right now. So I hope you don't mind. I know some were like, wow, you can have one every day. I'm like, you know, I just don't know how many people are going to be interested in me opening up 12 pairs of socks. But especially considering that that's a kind of like a leading up to Christmas thing, not so much a Christmas thing. But anyway, so as you can see, it has it set up like this. Really cool. All right, so let's just kind of go through them. Starting with, now opening them up is a little tricky because they're kind of perforated, which, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to use this to kind of help the perforation along here. Just because. Okay. I love the box. I might use this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got a pair of crew socks that just say Star Wars on them. All right, that's number 1. Number 2. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly am not sure if you're supposed to open these up. If you're supposed to open these up like the 12 days leading up to Christmas or not. Okay, then we have, these look like, yeah, I'm not 100% sure these are going to fit me, but I'll try them all on. Who knows? These look like they're like knee socks, or not knee socks, ankles. Like very small. Some I'll wear, some not quite so sure. 2, 1, 2, where's 3? 3 is right above 2, cool. Yeah, I'm just, it's fun too, like it says, never tell me the odds, Han Solo, like they have quotes, which I think is kind of a fun little, okay dude, let's go here. I think it's a great, it's interesting that for Han Solo they have the Boba Fett socks. Boba Fett socks, pretty cool. All right, 4. I'll take a close-up shot of this so you can see. 4. There we go. 4 has a picture of Yoda on it. Not sure how that'll work. I am fortunate enough to, being a teacher, have a little bit of a break, which is nice because it can be a very busy time of year. Looks like Yoda is also like very small socks. That's kind of cool. I am a very, it said the sizes are 6 to 12. I am a, what you would call a size 11.5 wide, which can make wearing some of these a little bit challenging. All right, now number 5 has a picture of Darth Vader chest plate on it. So I'll be curious to see how that pans out. I will say that there we go. Doing it this way is a little bit better. Okay. Okay, looks like we have more crew socks, like a little bit taller. That's cool. Okay. Oh, so I guess we're about, this is number 6, halfway there. Looks like it has Luke Skywalker's tunic on it, or not tunic, his, what he wears on Tatooine. Oh, yeah, on the inside it's AT-ATs. Okay, so I don't know if, I guess there isn't all, it doesn't always rhyme, or there's no rhyme or reason necessarily. 7 is, where's 7? 10, oh, here's 7. Okay, now interestingly enough, 7 has a Boba Fett chest plate on it, but we already have some Boba Fett socks, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get. Yeah, see, the problem with some of these opening up, that's the problem with all Advent boxes, is that it's real easy. I had the Lego box. I'm sorry, for those who've been around a few years, I used to do a Lego unboxing for the Lego Advent calendar. I didn't do that this year. Come on, let's go. Up, up, up. Okay, so, another set of crew socks. Okay, bigger ones with the Imperial cog on it. So that's cool. Yeah, but I did not do a set of Lego Advent calendar, mostly because I'll be honest with you, I kind of, I see a lot of people doing them, and I had other things I wanted to do, so we ran out of time. If I did a channel every day, I have had some people wish you would do one every day, but I can't do one every day, guys. This is not my main source of income. This is not any source of income, actually. So, and I don't want it to be. I like just unboxing. Chewbacca socks. Now these are cool. And these look like they're like the biggest set here. I thought that is interesting. All right. Number 9, we're getting close here, is a Stormtrooper. It's a Stormtrooper. Yeah. So 8 was definitely aligned with Chewbacca. 9, not so much. 9 is Crew Shocks Stormtrooper. Kind of interesting. Kind of a bluish color. Okay, 10. Nope, 10 is R2 on the front. This is a student gift. Actually, a family of a student and their family. So that student, hopefully they know who they are and hopefully they're watching. Thank you so much. Not necessary, but much appreciated nonetheless. Okay. Wow, a lot of longer socks. I like the longer socks better. I have a better shot of wearing them. I don't even wear them as to my job, so that's cool. Okay, 5, 2, 3, 8, 1, 7, 10. I see a 12. Here's 11. You got to be careful as you're getting to the end of this because as I've taken all the socks out, the box is losing its cohesiveness. Come on there, buddy. All right. Yeah, it's starting to rip, but okay, back to some smaller socks here. I think I might actually have this pair from somebody else, like another gift. Okay, and actually I'm just gonna pull out number 12 since the box is falling apart, and it is C-3PO through and through. So yay, that is cool. Thank you so much. Nice box art too, and it actually talks through what it is on the bottom. So there you go. Awesome, really, really cool. So neat. Such a neat gift. Such a neat, clever idea. And you can find these not only for Star Wars, but you can find them for pretty much every franchise. Like I saw a Disney Princess one. I saw a Mickey Mouse one. I saw, of course, Avengers. Lots of different ones. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Okay, so this gift. Okay, it might seem. These two gifts actually came from one person. These might seem a little bit obscure. They're not Star Wars based, or are they? On my left hand, I've got the Metropolis figure. These are both action figures by the Reaction series. Okay, that's the series of figures that are creating action figures that were never made for movies or TV shows that they felt should have had them back in the 60s, 70s, or 80s. And they have expanded. I did one a while back. A Batman one, actually Funko released a Batman and Robin from the 60s show. I believe I might have shown I had a Rocketeer action figure from this thing. And my friend Larry, who has been on some of my episodes, he actually gave me this as a Christmas gift, and he gave me these two. Now, Metropolis and Heavy Metal Lord of Light, okay? And I believe, and he was explaining to me, he said, I should remember why this one is part of the Star Wars collection of mine. This one took a little bit of explanation. So I'll start with this one. This is actually the action figure from Fritz Lang's 1927 opus Metropolis. And this is the robot Maria. And if you look closely, and I'll get a close-up shot of it. If you look closely, you'll see that Maria looks a lot like C-3PO. In fact, if you look at Ralph McQuarrie's art of C-3PO, the initial first few drawings that he did, this looks almost exactly like the Maria from the Metropolis picture. My friend Larry and I went to go see it in a movie theater a few years ago, and it was really fascinating. It was amazing to see, where George Lucas might have gotten some of his inspiration from. So that's fantastic. The box art, as you can see, is fantastic. Very Art Deco. I have no intention of opening this. This looks really cool just as is, so we will not unbox this. And then the other one, Heavy Metal, he explained this to me, that this is essentially meant to be, because this Lord of Light was something that was going to get produced. I think it was something that was kind of in, not conjunction with Star Wars, but a contemporary of the original Star Wars, and it never got reproduced, but it was very similar. So that's kind of where you can see, you can look at some of its almost Shogun Japanese influence, which also had a lot of Star Wars influence. So that is the other part. So that's pretty cool as well. And again, the box art is just amazing, so there's no way I'm taking this one out. This one just works just fine as a singular piece. All right. So we have two more pieces. Okay, and these are the most, I will say, I saved the best two for last. First, we have this, which is a piece of original art given to me by my daughter. Again, her handle is Romanian Artist on Twitter. And she actually does the opening drawing that you see for the Darth Tuba episodes, and she loves to draw. Her favorite character of all time is Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and I've shown some of her other artwork, and she did a Stitch dressed as Qui-Gon Jinn next to Padme as Stitch's pink cousin that I'm not remembering her name, but they are the two of them dressed as she took it based off of a photo that you see in from the Phantom Menace, and this being the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace coming up, she felt like doing that. She gave it to me in this really cool Hallmark Vader frame. It did say on the bottom, "I am your father," but it was the only frame that was the right size of the photo, and she didn't want to not include it just because of that. So I'm just covering it up, because the "I am your father" thing I don't think makes sense, But the frame itself is beautiful. So you got Vader on the bottom here, and then you have Padme and you have Qui-Gon. So kind of part of Vader's early years. So fascinating drawing. I'll get a few close-ups of it so you can see. And really, really well done. Very nice gift. I tell my daughter this every year. So you'll never have to spend a dime on me aside from maybe a frame in your whole life, because her art is the best gift ever, and that's such an original gift. And that's one of the reasons why I never really get a lot of art when I go to like Comic Cons and things like that, because I have I'm a wonderful resource of individual art. And she is very talented and gives me lots of different things. My wife, too. My wife's a big Mary Poppins fan. Of course, Mary Poppins Returns was the Star Wars this year. And she basically did a great Mary Poppins drawing for her, and it was phenomenal. So, some really cool stuff. Okay, last but not least, this came from Mrs. Darth Tuba. And it is this. It is the Clapper. Oh, my goodness. The Clapper. Now, for those who don't know what this is, years ago, they came out with this little device, although it wasn't Vader-shaped. No, it was a regular just thing that you put in your wall outlet, and then you plugged things like lights and TVs into, and then you could go clap on, clap off. You didn't actually sing it. That was the commercial. But when you go, you'd clap twice, and the lights would turn on, and you clap again, and the lights would go off. To this day, they have a lot of jokes and movies and TV shows where they use it. But they just this year came out with a Darth Vader version of the Clapper. We actually had a Clapper back when we were first married, and it was the butt of many jokes. We had a lot of fun with it. It was just something silly. We had it in our bedroom. It never seemed to work with the claps. We usually had to knock up against our wall for it to work. But the funny part was that sometimes we'd be watching something funny on TV, and we'd be laughing hysterically out loud. And if we laughed hysterically out loud too much, the lights would go off, then back on again. It was crazy. It's fantastic. I'm so happy to have it. Okay. What I'll do at the latter part of this video is I will set it up and I will do a version of it, clap on, clap off, and we'll see how it works. Okay, and that'll be my final clip for this episode. So that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to check out all my videos on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification button. Make sure you resubscribe. Don't let your subscription lapse. Okay, make sure you're checking it. and spread the word about the channel. Right? I really feel like there's more people that want. I get a lot of compliments and a lot of great positive feedback. It sounds like a lot of people would get into this channel, but they just simply can't find it. One viewer made suggestions that I use more clickbaity titles. I was thinking about it, and at first I was thinking about doing it. I thought, you know what? I don't want to mislead people. I just want to say this is what it is. I don't want to get all crazy with that. Maybe that is the price I pay then. I won't be able to get a lot of subscriptions, a lot of views. But that's okay. As long as the people that do view it are enjoying it and getting something out of it, I will keep doing it. It's a lot of fun for me, and I just like sharing that with you. So thank you so much for watching. Again, Instagram and Twitter, follow me at Darth Tuba. You can also follow Mrs. Darth Tuba at Rogue Porg Fan, and Romanian Artist at Romanian Artist for my daughter. And you can leave comments. And again, last time for new subscribers, subscribe to, by the end of the calendar year, a couple more days, and then we will select a winner of the new subscribers for the Sabine and Stormtrooper 2-pack. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you, and Happy New Year.
The Force is strong in this one. You underestimate the power